what are the common problems that mostly faced by person who are going to get into the AcEPT one?
Right. Wow, this is interesting. The problem is that they have so...
Okay, so welcome to Discovery English Podcast, Ji. Okay.
Hi, thank you.
All right, so my name is Andrew, and then today I'm going to be hosting this podcast, and then today we're going to have a special guest who is Ernesa Novita. So,
Yay.
Ernesa,
Applause.
please welcome. Okay.
Hi.
Thanks
Hi,
for
Andrew.
coming here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, great. So today we're gonna have a discussion, actually talking about what AcEPT is. So I guess that this is becoming one of the English proficiency that is quite difficult for someone who are going to enter a certain university, I guess.
True.
Yeah, that's it. And then we're going to break down what kind of strategy that we need to cover, and then what are some of the common problems and what makes it different with other English proficiency tests. Okay, so first thing first, probably I'm going to directly jump to, before I'm actually jumping into my first questions, probably you can give me kind of short introductions, like Ernesa Novita in a nutshell.
Right, so I'm Ines, actually, like Ernesa Novita, but just simply call me Ines. And I'm an English teacher. I've been teaching for it's been 10 years now.
10 years, yeah.
10 years,
Okay.
Yeah, teaching, that's my main job, like translation and everything. I'm also a translator and some other jobs, like, doing some stuff together at the same time. Well, I mostly teach adults.
Okay.
So I don't normally teach kids. Well, I just enjoy teaching adults.
Okay.
I am the founder of formerly known English Buddy, but now it's Space English.
We used to work together at English Buddy, right? Back in 20 something. All right. But right now it turns to, what was that?
Sorry?
What was the name again?
Space.
Space
So it's
English.
we have Space English and Space Public Speaking.
All
so we
right,
also
okay.
teach public speaking.
Okay.
now.
All right. Interesting. Like, how long have you been into that?
English Buddy has been say 5-6 years, but Space is this year.
Okay. So you started the new
Yes.
business
Yes.
by the 2021.
Yes.
All right. Interesting.
New start.
Okay. All right. Great. And then you say that most of your students are adult students.
Yes. True.
Okay. Why it is like that? I mean, like, most English learners are actually kids, but right now you teach adult.
I don't know. I just find that teaching adults is nice. It's like, they need that. They need the class. Like, they come because they know they need it. That's why, it's like the feeling is mutual.
Okay.
That's important in teaching. Like, it can, they give you that kind of feeling that you are needed. And when you give them help, like, it's actually like, I don't know, I just love the feeling of teaching adults.
All right. So that's more like a kind of a mutual benefit between you and your
true.
student.
Yes,
all right.
yes,
Interesting.
Or
Okay.
probably like I'm just not that flexible with kids. It doesn't mean that I don't love kids, but just like, in terms of teaching.
True.
it's
I guess
different.
that teaching kids requires a certain skills, right?
Skills too.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Right.
A
Okay.
different level of, I don't know, passion.
It is. It is. Okay. So then I previously already described about what kind of things that we're going to discuss on this podcast. Like it's morely about the preparations. This one, okay? Like one of the English proficiency tests, which is quite famous here in Jogja. I guess it is because it is one of the requirements to get into one of the university here in Jogja, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're gonna get into like very specific talking about AcEPT. So is that the way we pronounce it? AcEPT?
I don't know, but I pronounce it like that.
Okay, all right.
I don't remember how they pronounce it.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Then, so what AcEPT is actually?
It's academic English Proficiency Test.
Academic English Proficiency Test.
AcEPT.
So the C has to be
Small,
it has to be in a small letter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
all right.
lowercase.
Yes, it has to be in a lowercase.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's academic English Proficiency Test.
All right.
So that's actually like what you said. It's an English proficiency test, but designed specifically for before entering UGM.
Only UGM.
Only UGM.
Okay, so it means that like different university has its own English Proficiency Test. All right, interesting. Then, well, it was actually short, but so my next question is probably a bit longer. Then what makes it different with other English Proficiency Tests like TOEFL or IELTS? Because I can say that TOEFL and IELTS are quite familiar with a lot of people here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this is gonna be longer.
All right. Okay. So this is gonna be longer. All right.
Right. What makes it different is the sections. You know,
All right.
sections.
Okay.
Totally different. I guess you're very familiar. Well, have you been taking AcEPT before?
You
do?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So it's totally different from IELTS because in IELTS test you have to sort of write.
Exactly.
And speak.
Yeah.
But you are not required to speak and write in the SAP.
Right. Okay. So it's more like TOEFL then.
Nah, if you are familiar with TOEFL, it's a little bit like TOEFL. It's just more tiring.
It is more tiring. Okay. It is more tiring, guys. All right.
It's more tiring.
Okay.
Why? First, they have 5 sections.
Okay.
TOEFL consists of 3 sections only, and it's been tiring and hard for
It
so
is.
many people.
It is.
But AcEPT consists of 5 sections.
5 sections.
The first one is listening. It's actually like, I don't remember the number of questions, but it's just like, you know, TOEFL has like 50 questions, 50 listening questions,
It
3
is.
sections,
Yeah,
right?
right.
This one is less than that.
Okay.
Fewer
than 50 questions.
Yes,
All right.
yes. So it's absolutely, for me, it's going to be simpler because like, you know, okay, no more than 50. Okay, that's
all right.
like, okay, can still do that.
Okay. All right.
But the thing is, when you do it, you know, in their place, it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna need to depend on the audio. That's what I don't like
Right.
from this part. So it's not the listening that I don't like. It's just the audio.
Technical.
Yes, the technical things.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, it's a bit sweaty.
Okay. All right. So probably you need to just put that
Yeah,
a bit ahead.
it keeps going back and
Yeah,
back.
right.
Right,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay. It's okay the first time. Okay. Keep going.
Okay. What did I say?
So the technical things. It's because of the
things,
technical
okay.
things you don't like. It's
Right.
not because of the listening,
Yeah.
but it is because of
Oh,
the
yeah, okay, technical
the
issues.
technical issues.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the listening. So it's fewer than 50. Then you'll come to vocabulary section.
Okay. So that's still in the same listening part?
No,
or?
it's different.
Okay, it's different.
So after listening, you will have the section 2 is vocabulary. It consists of 2 subsections. First is the closed test, and second is the collocation.
All
or
right.
collocation and closed test. I never remember this
Okay.
until now.
Okay. All right.
So I remember all the sections, but I never remember like, you know, which one first. But
Okay.
you have to know that it's like, you know, closed test, which means you are given a paragraph,
Okay.
but with some blanks that you have to fill.
All right. Okay. It's more like a filling the gap.
Fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Yes.
Filling the
Fill in
blanks.
the blanks.
Okay. Yeah.
So it focuses on the vocabulary.
Okay.
And then the next one is the collocations. You know, collocation is hard because you don't.
It is.
You don't know how to explain it. Like it's
Yeah.
just like that. You know?
I can say that it cannot be pattern. So there's no certain pattern that
Yeah.
we can follow. Okay. It's just more like memorizing the whole vocabulary.
Yeah, it's
right?
just like the more you listen to people talking in English, the more you read in an English article, the better.
Right.
The
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
for you to know it, to get to know collocation. Other than that, I don't think that memorizing list is gonna be effective.
Okay. All
So,
right.
yeah, closed test meaning you have to fill a paragraph with some blanks, and then collocations. You have to choose. So all of them are multiple choice
Choices.
questions.
Okay, all right. Okay.
All of them. Okay, that's vocabulary. Section 3 is grammar and structure.
Oh, still there's a grammar and
Oh,
structure
yes.
part. All right.
But in TOEFL, you have only sentence completion and error identification.
It is.
In AcEPT, you have to, you know, to do 3 parts. It's sentence completion, closed test, and error identification.
So there is like one additional things. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in
okay.
total of 50 questions, you will have like, you know, sentence completion. So normally tenses, subject and verb.
Yeah. All right.
things like
Yeah.
that.
Subject and verb. Yeah. Quite identical with the TOEFL one.
Yes. Prepositional phrase.
All right.
That kind of things. And then you will go to the closed test. It's tenses normally, passive active scales.
Okay. All right.
And then error identification, part of speech,
Part of speech.
lot
Okay.
like that,
Yeah.
conjunction.
Prepositions as well.
Yeah, two words like dictions.
Dictions.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the topics.
Okay.
And then number 4, section 4.
The section 4?
It's reading comprehension, pretty much the same
the
as
other reading. Yeah.
TOEFL. It's pretty much the same.
So there will be kind of short paragraph, consists of like 50
The last time my
lines.
students told me that it's not short.
Okay, so it's just like typical with the IELTS one.
Yeah, it's pretty long, even though it's online test.
Okay.
So they get desperate
Alright.
sometimes.
Okay. All right. So it is pretty long then. Okay.
Yeah, you should expect it to be long. I mean, don't
Yeah.
expect it to be short.
Exactly.
Unless you
Right.
want to be surprised.
Okay. All right. Okay then.
Last one. Yes.
And the section 5?
Composing skill.
Composing skill.
Yes.
Okay. Can you elaborate that?
So it consists of 5 parts. The first one is paraphrasing, in which you will be given a sentence and then 4 options. So you have to find the sentence that has closest meaning
Okay.
to the question,
To the questions.
to the given
Okay.
sentence. Right. And then second part. Second part is editing. I call it editing. It's actually you have to correct a part of the sentence. So you'll be given a sentence and part of it is underlined.
Okay.
You have to correct that part.
Okay.
You'll be given
Alright.
options.
Okay. Okay.
So it can be like, sometimes basically sometimes grammar. Sometimes, so it's funny, yeah? It's composing skill part, no longer grammar, but sometimes the question is grammatical.
It's about grammatical.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Grammar.
And how many options you have in?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay. All right.
Then the third part is the when you have to choose correct sentence, you will be given 4 sentences each number.
Okay.
And then you have to choose which sentence is the most logical.
Okay.
By most
Okay.
logical, sometimes it's grammatical.
It is. It is.
Sometimes it's word choice.
It is. Which just mean the dictions.
Yeah, dictions. Probably the conjunction is wrong,
Okay,
transition is wrong. It's supposed to be although, but you said because.
Because
things like
all
that.
right.
So
Okay.
it's illogical. Sometimes it's you have to change it. You have to switch the clause. Like it's supposed to be in front.
In front
yes,
instead
to
of in the
make it-
middle. Yeah.
Yes, to make it stronger.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's number 3. And then the 4th is choosing the next sentence.
Okay.
So you are given a sentence.
And then you need to
4
complete the
options.
sentence.
4 options. You have to choose which sentence follows the previous sentence. The
All
given
right.
sentence.
Okay.
The next one, yeah. So,
Okay. It's like finding the endings.
not even the ending.
So.
It's the sentence that follows the given sentence.
Right. Okay.
So sometimes
there's-
we are tricked.
Okay.
We are tricked to find. I think this is the best.
Yeah.
But it's
all right.
not.
But it's actually not. Yeah. But it
doesn't
means that
follow.
it cannot be identified with the grammatical
Yeah.
approach.
Can be.
It can be. Okay.
One of the strategies.
One of the strategies.
is
Okay.
to look at the grammatical structure.
Okay.
To
Alright.
study the transition. That can help. But other than sometimes we have to really understand the sentence. That's the
Alright,
thing.
okay.
That's what
That's
makes
the
it
difficult
tiring.
things.
The last part is arranging jumbled sentences.
Okay. Arranging jumbled sentences. So
You
it's
remember
not
when
a
you were in-
word, but it's
No.
the sentences.
Sentences.
So-
Remember when you were in elementary school
Yeah,
or high school, then you have to arrange sentences to make a story.
Yeah, so that
one.
you can create a beautiful paragraph on it. All right.
But
okay.
this time it's academic.
It is. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's because
It's
the
academic.
term is in academic term. So like most people are not really familiar with
Yeah,
this
true.
term, right?
Imagine that you have to talk about medicine,
Yeah.
anthropology.
Yeah. All right.
History,
Okay. Good.
people
Well, that's the
dislike.
problem then. So it means that I can conclude. It is more challenging than TOEFL, but it's still less challenging than IELTS.
It's different.
Okay.
I would say that all of them are difficult.
Okay, all of them are difficult. All right, so I would definitely agree that all of them are difficult, guys. All right.
It's just some suit you better,
Okay.
like those who those who dislike this kind of. I don't know. Some students don't like multiple choice questions.
All right,
They like
okay.
writing. They like speaking. IELTS would do better.
Exactly.
But it's difficult, right?
It is. It is. It
that's
is.
the
It
thing.
requires logical thinking. It requires like
Everything.
Everything. Right.
TOEFL is hard. And it's expensive. I mean, compared to us as AcEPT, it's more expensive.
Okay.
Talking about money. But yeah, somehow I think that TOEFL is a little bit easier than AcEPT.
Compared to
for
the
me,
other. Yeah. Okay.
Some people think TOEFL is more difficult. I don't know how. It's just like, subjective opinion.
True. Exactly. I guess that is because you have more exposure on TOEFL, so that's why you say that TOEFL is easier than the others.
Less tiring, in my opinion.
It is.
That's the thing. Imagine that you have 5 sections.
Okay. Like how many hours will you spend there?
More than 2 hours.
Around 3?
Around 3.
Okay, it's almost
3
identical with the IELTS one, I guess.
Nah.
Right.
Then, that's the thing. And then after the grammar and structure, you have reading comprehension and composing skill. Imagine how tiring is it?
It is. Okay. Yeah.
You want to go home after you do
And that's
some grammar.
paper-based.
Now it's online.
Oh, now it's online.
Now.
It means that you can do that at home, or you still need to go to on-site?
At home.
Okay.
They don't, for now, due to the pandemic, due to the pandemic, they stop holding the tests on site, but they do it like at home. They will have like a browser, certain browser or something.
Okay. So you've explained the whole things about AcEPT then. So what are the common problems that mostly faced by person who are going to get into the AcEPT one?
Right. Wow, this is interesting.
It is. So that's why. Well, so this question is actually designed by a lot of people. So that's why.
Thank you. The problem is that they have so limited time to prepare.
Okay, so we have the same problem here as well. Okay, can you explain that
like
more?
Many students come to me saying like, Miss Ines, could you please help me? I'll
I'm going to take the test by
week.
July. Okay, next week.
Next week.
So that's even next week.
All right. So imagine this is Tuesday, and they'll have the test like the next Tuesday.
Okay. And they have like zero ability of English.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Probably not zero, but probably if you can imagine, score. I forgot to tell you the score.
Yeah, the score.
But imagine that they come to me like with a TOEFL score of 300.
300 something?
300 something, but they have to get like 450.
Okay, so it means that you need to jump for about like 2 levels, right? Yeah.
That's TOEFL.
It is.
In IELTS, AcEPT, the score ranges, it's like from 200 something to 300 something.
Okay.
So it's lower. But
and how is the average? The average score? Yeah, for the AcEPT?
So it's gonna be different if you. It depends on the faculty and then the level of the level. Like for master degree, of course, it's gonna be higher. Some of my students, they wanna go to master degree, but they need only like 149, which means around 300 on TOEFL.
On TOEFL. Right.
Yes, but some other students, they also want go to. They wanna take master degree program. But they need like 286, which means 550.
550.
Right. So it's gonna be different. Like it depends on the faculty. Well, you have to check on the requirement, check on the eligibility and everything.
Okay, all right. Okay. So it means that the most common problem is they only have a limited time. Like they're going to take the test by next week, but like with the, let's say in a B1 level, actually for the for the, how do you call it, for the their entry level are still on the B1, but they're expecting to get into C1 level. All right.
Yes. That's the most difficult. What else? They don't have enough exposure, and then they hate English probably.
Okay, they hate English. That's the thing. Okay.
Yeah, some of them.
Okay.
What else? Like.
I guess that the time is actually the most annoying one. It's because it's mostly happened here as well.
And they're busy.
They are busy. Okay, so I guess that it's going to be a lot better if they, like to set like make plan like around a month or maybe 2 months. Like
I hope more.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, to do like only focus on the English preparations itself.
True, because the challenges are gonna be different. Like when you come to me, like when students come to me and I normally ask them to describe like what's your English ability, like how good or bad is it.
Okay.
Then they would just describe it's hard for me to do grammar is hard for me. But then if the longer I spend time with them, I find out so many different things like, you know, I find a lot more things from them.
Okay.
Well, I know that, okay, this student, she's good, and I mean, you know, she's good with the part of speech, and it's not hard to teach them that, but she keeps forgetting.
Yeah, when it comes to the
things.
questions, she keeps forgetting the things.
that.
Okay.
So even if, you know, you said that grammar is hard, it can be defined more specifically.
Okay.
So the challenges between one person and another person is totally different.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to jump to the next question then. What needs to be prepared then? So before someone's taking the AcEPT test itself?
First, make plan.
Make plan. Okay, good.
Plan. If
So
you wanna-
what is the like the safe time like for preparing this AcEPT test?
It's okay to take the test like 2 or 1 month prior to the test, the D-Day. But at least keep, you know, building your English habit long before the test.
Okay.
Like if you have time, if probably you plan to take the test like in next year, say, so you will still have like 6 months, right?
Exactly.
From now on, please keep
Practicing
something.
Yeah, increasing your exposure into English as well.
At least reading. But by reading doesn't mean that you just read, but at least study the vocabulary.
Exactly.
Find out the meanings of the words. What else? Listen to videos, listen to
Podcasts. Listen to podcasts, guys.
Vlogs, American vlogs,
Okay.
Australian vlogs, everything. But listen to something. Then read, listen, watch, do a little bit of grammar if you want to, or study some very basic things. I think that's gonna help.
And join the community, I guess.
Join the community. Some people are, you know.
Yeah, Clubhouse. I currently joining Clubhouse, and most of them are actually Americans. And then, well, basically, we can just listen to them, right?
True.
Okay, so this is my last question to Ines. So, what strategies are needed to work on AcEPT tests? Technically,
right. It would cut, you know, the time, the preparation time, like, you know, a lot if you do this kind of thing since the beginning.
Okay.
So besides reading, I had said reading, right?
Yeah, all right.
But during reading, please find the words. I mean, just be curious. Indonesian terms, kepo. You have to be kepo and curious all the time. When you read something, try to pick random words from the passage and then find the forms of the words. Like, you know, we have 4 adjective, noun, verb, adverb. We have that 4. I mean, at least we have 8, but just these 4.
Focusing on that 4 items.
Again, adjective, noun, verb,
adverb.
Yes. Why? Because when you know the form of the word, it's gonna help you in the structure.
Okay. Right.
The grammar section. It helps a lot.
Okay.
So you study that, pick random words, and then find the meanings, and then take notes. Meanings and form, sorry. So for example, influence. The word influence can be a noun, but it can also be a verb.
Exactly.
Okay, so later when you find that word in a sentence, you know that this is either a subject
or a verb,
or probably an object or complement.
Yeah. All right.
So that helps a lot. Then also when you do that, find the synonyms.
Exactly.
It
That is the way
helps you.
to. That is actually one of the way to. What is that? To learn a new vocabulary in an advanced way.
Yes.
Right.
Find the synonyms. Take notes. You know, it helps with the paraphrasing. Do you remember?
Right.
So take notes of that. Okay, so this is the synonym of this. Or if you have some time, then do the antonym too. Like,
exactly.
Okay, it's the opposite of this word. You can do that. Right. And then, you know, by knowing the part of speech, the form of the words, you will also find the subject and verb, which help you in the structure and in your grammar.
Right.
Because most of I would say that 50-60% of the questions are about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
about the subject and verb and part of the speech.
Yes, you would be safe.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
Just knowing that.
Exactly. So it means that it's going to cut the time. I mean, like it's going to make you faster in taking decisions, which is going to be the right answers.
So if you have, like, later you go to a course, it's gonna be easier.
It is.
Faster.
That's the most importantly. So like sometimes when you get into the course with like zero understanding. It's going to be a lot different when
Yeah,
someone with like
true.
previous understanding.
Yeah,
Okay, right.
yeah,
So it means that like the teachers need to fill the glass, but it's not like that empty. All right. Okay. Wow, it was awesome actually. So the whole explanations and about the AcEPT thing. So if you guys want to know more about what AcEPT is and then how's the technical things to deal with the AcEPT, so I would recommend you to visit Ines YouTube actually. So can you mention what is the name of YouTube?
Ernesa Novita.
Ernesa Novita. Okay, so that's your name. Okay, so how many videos have you produced here?
Not many, but I choose the topics that people most ask questions.
But the one of them is actually AcEPT.
And all of them are AcEPT.
All of them are AcEPTs actually. Okay, so I guess that it's quite specific. So Ernesa already created like several videos about AcEPT, and then I would recommend you guys to visit her videos, her channel. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna be seeing you again on the next podcast. Thank you very much. Have a good day.